My name is Twig, and you're watching Orange Vinyl TV Tips and Tricks. This week I worked on an amazing project and I was very lucky to get the opportunity to. I can't say too much about it right now, but needless to say I learned a lot of stuff during the process. I was running about 4 cameras at once, and while this worked in some of the venues, some of the smaller venues, the larger venue right at the end of the week was a bit of a fail. I was working with 2 GoPros and 3 DSLRs, and in the beginning of the week I was working with all of them within quite close proximity, so it worked out alright. On the last night of filming, they were a good 50 meters apart, and it just became too much of a nightmare trying to run between cameras and check on how they were doing, when really I should be concentrating on the shots that I'm getting. So at all times I had my 60D around my neck, and I got some really great shots with that camera. But the other 2 DSLRs and the 2 GoPros tended just to be average shots that I might not even use for cutaways. So going forward, if I ever do a shoot again with more than 3 cameras, I'm definitely going to ask someone to come along and help. The second thing was the fact that I was using 650Ds as well as my 60D. This was the first time using the 650D for me, but I just assumed that being a Canon, it was going to be very similar to operate. I mean, I've seen the camera before and it looks pretty much the same, so I thought it'd be simple. So day 1 of the shoot, I actually ended up spending a good 15-20 minutes just looking at the camera, working out how to get my way around it. Which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just wish I'd done that before I'd gone to the shoot. So definitely something to keep in mind is if you're going to be using gear that you are slightly unfamiliar with, try and get hold of it before the day of the shoot so you can really master the art. It's not to say that it was a bad camera or I didn't like it. It was just a little bit more different to my 60D than I realized, and in hindsight I really should have done my homework before I got to the shoot.